Welcome to Champéry, Switzerland for the Gruyère European Curling Championships 2014. Picturesque village in the Swiss hills, but we are inside the Palladium for draw 8 of the men's competition. It is Norway versus Germany. Both these teams look pretty good for the playoffs. And I'm Kenny Edwards, and I'm joined by Logan Gray for this matchup.
Good morning, Kenneth. So let's meet the teams once more. Norway, the lead will be Håvard Vad Pettersson. The second player, Kristoffer Sva. Third player, Torger Nergard. And of course, the charismatic skip, Thomas Ulsrud. Alternate, Sander Rovag. And coach, Peter Moe, completing the world champion side. Germany, Jörg Engesser playing lead, Sebastian Schweitzer playing second. The third will be Manuel Walter. And the skip, Alexander Baumann. The alternate will be Mark Muskatovitz, and Thomas Lips, the coach.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the standings. You see Sweden already qualified for the playoffs. 7 wins, yet to be toppled this week. And all these teams down to Scotland are still in the mix. Germany with a chance of making the playoffs, along with Czech Republic, Denmark and Latvia, really out of the championship now. So elsewhere, Sweden taking on Scotland, Latvia, Switzerland, Czech Republic, Russia, and Italy, Denmark. It'll be Norway playing Redstones, Germany yellow. It'll be Norway to get us underway in the first end. As we see Haber van Petersen for Team Norway.
Yeah, Norway will be disappointed to lose out yesterday afternoon against the undefeated Swedish side. They were off to a great start and leading convincingly at half-time, and a super second half from Niklas Edin and his side. Managed to turn the game around in the 10th end by scoring 2 to hand Norway their 3rd defeat. Still very much in their own hands to qualify for the playoffs. So is Jörg Engesser, he spent some of the week on the bench as the alternate for the German side. Germany still in contention for the playoffs on 3 wins and 4 losses. However, they do need some results to go their way now.
Yeah, this young German side, it's the first time they've been at the European Championships. So used to seeing NOR-GER for Germany.
This is Håvard Vad Pettersson, the 30-year-old. Of course, this Thomas Ulsrud team, the Olympic silver medalists from Vancouver in 2010. And I think even though they've suffered 3 defeats this week, still one of the favourites for the gold medal. And they've dropped games to Italy and Sweden and Scotland so far this week.
Yeah, you always know that Germany are going to be hard to beat. Jörg Engesser just looking to hit this back red. So would you expect to be a lot of stones in play in this game, Logan, or do you think it would be quite a defensive game?
I think it'll be kind of neither, like reasonably balanced. I think Norway won't take any massive risk as the stronger team, but they'll just wait for their chance, and I think they'll expect some mistakes from the Germans. Christopher Sva, the 32-year-old second player. One of the biggest personalities in world curling. Just trading takeouts on the wing here. Sebastian Schweitzer, the 34-year-old.
Finish. Okay.
Okay.
På farta?
Litt tror jeg. Og her er Garden.
Ja, det er 86 på han. 90.
Christopher Sva going to get a look at the timer on this one.
Bra linje. Fortsatt ålreit. Send. Strøken linje. Send. Er deres? Linja er strøken. 5-6. Hold i gang. Linja er der.
Yeah, 13.6, that's a little bit slower than we've seen this week. Around 14.5 we've seen for the majority.
Yeah, still early in the game though, and maybe the ice conditions still getting up to speed. I've seen the kind of outside sheets here in Le Palladium a little bit trickier to read, especially for the different speed. So here's Schweitzer sending down the run back from Villingen. Marketing manager is married, and he's married that front stone right onto the face of the second one in the house there.
Yeah, so NOR-GER for Norway.
Yeah, started curling when he was just 5 years old. It's one of the youngest yet, the engineer from Oslo. He's in a relationship and has 2 daughters. Of course, part of this team who got Thomas Ulsrud his first European gold medal here in Champéry in 2010. NOR-GER does have a gold medal previous to that in 2005, where he was the alternate in Garmisch-Partenkirchen in Germany. Well, manages to jam it up once more.
Yeah, just not quite getting the angles correct.
Ganske lik linje.
Litt videre, tror jeg. Litt videre.
Slipper videre. Vente litt, og så Håvard på slutten.
Bra, linje er der.
Ren. Ligger bra.
Håvard på slutten.
Jobber litt på slutten. Hardt! Og gå over. Hardt! Du må jobbe køl over! Hardt!
Ja.
Hardt!
Du må gå.
Sugar's just trying to drag this one across.
Hardt! Bra.
Yeah, the shot stone well protected at the moment, and Germany just trying to blast away in there at the moment.
Yeah, there we see the rules of play for the round robin. 6 ends minimum, 38 minutes thinking time, and 1 60-second timeout.
So So Manuel Walter tries for the run back and sticks another one. The third player from Karlsruhe.
Blir ikke bra å dra klint. Har du innside?
Gruyère i topp 12. Ja. Ja, Hanstein innside. Hafen off. Hafen off. Nok is.
Ja, skal vi bare dra, skal vi tappe på skli?
Du bare drar deg inn med halve.
Skliene er jo giftigste, da.
Ja. Beste er jo T-fart og skli av.
Best er bakkant og skli av. Ja, skal vi spille? Ja.
Okay.
So the vastly experienced Thomas
Halvtreff
Olsrud
med 9-11.
Ja.
here in the first end.
Hva tror du om farta, gutter?
Jeg gjorde ingenting her. Jeg tror det er ganske dårlig.
Really is renowned for the sort of down weight, the finesse draws and little tap backs.
Certainly one of the silkiest deliveries in world curling. Very smooth. And he's giving his sweepers some work to do here. Looks like a lot of weight here.
A big mistake from Thomas. Not something we've came to see from Thomas that far off the mark.
Well, I think the problem there was that they probably didn't know the speed. All the play has been on the other side of the sheet, and you go and play that left-hand side for the first time, and you're expecting it to be a bit slower. And I think that's what just caught the sweepers out there. Maybe not as slow as they thought the ice was going to be there.
Yeah, so Germany just ignoring that red stone. I think you should be able to come down at maybe hack weight and get an inside roll, but I think they can muster up a 2 by coming around on the out turn.
Well, perhaps they feel that this is an opportunity and you might not actually get that many against this Norwegian team, so willing to be aggressive. Be a little bit worried that if they do make a really good come around, it's just a short run back for Thomas Olsrud, and then it could be in a lot of trouble. Looks like a lovely draw here from Baumann.
Yeah, makes it right down into the button.
A good close look at this one. All the finish at the end, Stone so aggressive here at the European Championships. And tucks in nicely behind the guard.
Kan jo fryse, og så da kan man spille.
Ja, du kan fryse.
Tror heller det, altså.
Hvor er du da?
Så vi ut på 12.
Well, decision time, it's reasonably easy to get that yellow stone out of there. Could either play the run back on the centre line, or they could just chip the one in the house onto the stone on the button. But it looks like they're going to go for the more aggressive option, and Alexander Baumann just guilty of just sliding past the T-line, and Thomas Olsrud could drop one right down onto the pin here.
Yeah, I don't expect to see Thomas too far away with this one. 43-year-old. Seems to have been on the international stage for a number of years now.
Well, absolutely, he was very much in the shadow of Paul Trolson, the 2002 Olympic champion. And when Paul retired, Thomas Olsrud more than carried the torch for Norway since 2006.
This one looking really nice. Have they got enough weight to sit shot? I think they have. Ah, superb.
Yeah, that's a tough game at this level for Alexander Baumann. Makes a super draw, and he's really only a few inches out, and look how he's been punished here.
Ja. André smakte, ja.
So, 30-year-old soldier looking to try and come down. Just tap the red to the side. Maybe looking for around 13 and a half.
Needs to get really tight to the guard to make this. Looking a fraction pacey at the moment. Well, a terrific draw from Thomas Hilshood, finds the freeze, and it's going to be a steal of 1 here in the first end. Over on sheet E. 1 end played here. Norway 1, Germany 0.
Jeg satt med at nå er jeg overcooked.
Ja, det 14-7 eller noe sånt da.
Hæ? Men det ble jo, det gikk jo hele veien.
14-7.
Det er glattere her, men det var litt for...
So Thomas Hilshood playing the corner freeze. Absolutely perfect. And that was enough to steal 1 in this first end.
Bra spill over.
Tight guard from Norway. Quite an aggressive call.
Yeah, I think the Norwegians are feeling reasonably confident. Although they lost yesterday, it was a good performance by their team. So I think they'll be quite keen just to keep turning up the heat on this German side. I think they'll know that they're better at the aggressive game than this German side.
Hard linje! Wow. Achtung, jetzt noch ein bisschen. Noch ein Tick.
It doesn't quite make the come around. Just over curling. Not getting to grips with the ice.
Foreløpig har vi plass! Torgeir har plass. Vi har plass! Vekk! Svar I så fall! Ta dere vekk! Rent med svar!
Haberman Peterson getting a little bit animated this morning.
I was going to say, you don't normally hear too much shouting from Håvard.
Maybe just squared that one a little bit and run a little straighter.
Well, sometimes you do find that the thrower knows a little bit more than the sweepers. They know how they release the stone, and maybe just put that one back a little bit, or just give it a little bit of a pace injection on release that the sweepers couldn't see. That one drifts a little bit too far into the house, and Germany have the chance to take the initiative here in the second end.
Hard linje! Wow, dann weg! Wow! Ja, muss auch. Sitz.
Great line, but how's the weight?
Schöne Backline.
We're going to take a look over on sheet A, Scotland taking on Sweden. Nicholas Edin being forced to draw the forefoot with his final stone. Nicholas, 7 wins this week. Really brought his A game to the European Championships. And a great sweep from the boys. Puts that one into the forefoot. Went back with a feature game. Christopher Svei running the guards back. And leaves Gemma with a chance to come around though.
Yeah, choosing to come around their yellow centre guard.
Til plads, switchen! Hold lille skot, ja! Ja!
Again, this one maybe got a little bit much weight. It's going to slip to the back of the fort.
Yeah, got a good line though.
Yeah, both teams seem to be struggling a little bit with their weight.
So Christopher Svei going for just a kind of a hack weight to try and put that stone played by Schweitzer through the house. Oh, and clicks the guard.
Yeah, so chance for Germany now. If they could get round on the in-turn, top of the forefoot. Probably a bit of pressure to Norway. Not going to get too many mistakes from this experienced Norway side.
No, absolutely. This Norwegian side, since the Europeans in Fusen in 2007, have medalled on 10 of their last 14 international outings. Just tremendous consistency from Thomas Ulsrud and his boys.
Doesn't quite manage to get fully buried.
I think there's a chance to lift both of them. Just be looking for a kind of a thick half on this contact to spray it. And then both from the house. Torgeir Norgard himself skipping this team, made the final of the World Men's Championships in Cortina, and it's with shots like that he managed to do it to get the silver medal, only to lose out to Kevin Cooey of Canada in the final there.
Gonna see this once again. Not a lot of rotation on that one though. Makes the double, sticks the shooter in behind the corner.
Go, 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 go. Okay.
Good. Med litt fart. Prøv å rulle inn.
Oh, that terrific double by Torgeir Norgard really turned this end around.
Ballen ned. Rent. Ballen ned. Wow. Wow. Det rent. Wow. Det er veldig bra. Jeg vet hva jeg skal gjøre. Kjør den ut da.
And that's a big mistake from Toga after a great first stone.
Yeah, the best shot of the end, followed by the worst shot of the end. So it goes sometimes. That's a big miscalculation there by EUR Nordic.
Yeah, both teams struggling a little bit.
Ja, linje! På! Nå legger! Linje sko! Ja, Jon. Hard! Hard linje! Okay! Go!
Have they done enough to get this one in for second shot? I think they have.
Yeah, and staying high in the house as well, keeping the scoring area big for themselves.
Svasin dro opp litt der, altså. Han spilte løst da, noe sånt noe mye kvant, for å treffe en tynn hall og prøve å skli inn. Det køller opp, altså. Det må være rent, for å si sånn.
Alternativet er å dra rundt hele bakka, da.
Hæ?
Alternativet er å dra hit.
Nei. Hæ?
Du ser jo halvårs, så ruller.
Ja. Det er mulig vi ikke får shot, da. Hæ?
So, do you think we'll see an aggressive call? Play the come around, or will he play the takeout in the top yellow?
Well, by the ice they've given, they're certainly playing a shot heavier than a draw. They're just going to try and make a takeout here and try and do a little bit of damage limitation. Norway not in a great spot at this point after that miss by EUR Nordic.
Nei! Helt vekk! Følg den av her. Cross stikker på eggen.
Just catches that one a little thin and runs out, so another chance for Germany. Norway just don't seem to be settled in this morning. If you're Germany, you've got to think, you've got to take an opportunity early on. Norway are not going to make that many mistakes throughout a game.
Well, it's really a must-win game for Germany, especially if they want to continue on their merry way towards the playoffs. Alexander Baumann only playing 38%. However, he has only played 2 stones so far.
Yeah.
T-line! T-line in 4!
So this one from Alex Baumann looks as if it's got a lot of running on it. Don't want to set up a double. That's why they're taking it really deep.
Well, again, Baumann guilty of going back with the T-line, and he got punished for that in the first end. Giving the head a bit of a scratch there. So Thomas Hilsrud 58% after his 3 shots. Middle order a little bit subpar as well.
They've got to be cautious again with this one. Doesn't want to come up top of the 4-foot and leave Alex Baumann a chip for 3.
Jeg spiller mye kakk, og jeg tror ikke jeg tør ikke å fryse, altså. Du kan i hvert fall prøve å la han få...
For den er jo halvåpen.
Ja, kan vi prøve å la han...
Hvis du klarer å komme til nesa, så må han i hvert fall gjøre et slag.
Ja.
Vi tåler i på 2.
Vi må ikke tappe en langtøy for å sitte, for at den rød skal bli 2-er.
Ja, men den må jo...
Looks to me like they might be playing a tap back here rather than the freeze. They're only really taking a couple of feet of ice.
Ja, tror jeg. Mye kakk.
Helt vekk! Rent!
Ren! Ren!
Yeah, I think they've played safe for this one just to make sure they're going to bump something through.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is try and make a freeze. You come up a little bit short, and Baumann comes down and bumps it through and scores 3. Giving up a 2 is not the end of the world, and still no gimme here.
Yeah, should be able to see around quarter stone.
Yeah, absolutely. I would think at this level this will be a 6 or 7 out of 10 shot as a minimum. See half the stone from the hack.
So final stone of the second end for Alex Baumann. Back ring weight, tap 4-2.
It's not blessed with pace, I can tell you that. Has he done enough to make it to the forefoot? And just wriggles his way down there. And what happened to that, I wonder? Looking for the tap back there and didn't even reach the stone they were trying to hit. So after 2 ends, Norway, bit of a let off there, and it's a tie game. Norway 1, Germany 1.
So Alex Baumann just looking to tap this one, but doesn't manage to get it past. See this one over curling. So into the third end here of the Gruyère European Curling Championships from the Palladium, Champéry, Switzerland. Germany taking on Norway in this 8th draw.
Vil du heller hit? Den ikke ganske høy? Jo! Corner guard! Tight corner guard!
Well, the centre guard goes up, and Norway going to make an aggressive call and throw a corner. Over Vlad Pettersson. Incredibly good player, considering that he doesn't have any sight in his right eye following a reindeer accident.
Yeah, really is a world-class player. Also represented Europe at the Continental Cup, 2-time winner.
So a good look at the sweeping action of Sebastian Schweitzer. I'd say it's the smoothest action in world curling.
No, that's something we've seen improve over the last few years. Is the technique and the ability to drag stones a good 10-15 feet.
Yeah, and it's something that the teams are taking more and more seriously in their day-to-day training, putting all those hours in the gym, but also doing sweeping drills on the ice to improve their fitness. Not just to necessarily last over a couple of ends or one game, but over a very demanding 9-day international championships.
Hardt. Ja. Kom igjen. Bra.
And that one's managed to get in behind the centre guard. There's a lot of going back to the swooping. There's a lot of science going into the sport these days. They've got brushes that can measure the velocity, and it's quite good to understand how you can improve your game.
Yeah, definitely. They can experiment so much with these brushes to try different techniques and find out what's the most effective way for you to get the highest sweep rate and the most pressure as well on the brush.
Nå legger.
Så lenge genau 4.
Legges godt.
Genau 4.
Har plads. Han må feil i linje. Et stand opp.
Et 4.
Hier. Har plads. Kom weiter.
So a couple of mistakes this end from Germany now. Maybe just think that one picked up something or build up a frost on the ice.
Halvtreff går på nedsida.
So there you see the time clocks in the background. Thinking time for the first time at European Championships. Logan, what's your view on the thinking time rather as the 73-minute option?
I think it's a welcome change. We've moved from time clocks that include the running time with the stones, and we found previously that it was pretty tight for the teams to be able to get their thinking time and the running time with the stones if they're playing an aggressive game. So definitely works in the favour of the aggressive teams, and we want to see lots of stones in play, and this thinking time system certainly encourages the teams to do that. A nice take out there by Sva, and Norway lying 2 in the midway point of the third end.
Isaac.
So have they done enough to get this one high? That's a high guard.
Okay.
And catches quite a lot of it.
Ja, Friede. Ja. Go. Okay.
Har du noe innsida her? Ikke mye.
But we're going to take a look at sheet C, and Arkhipov for Russia with his final stone, trailing Czech Republic.
And it just looks like a quiet tap back to score 2. Super is going to town on this. Oh, just gets past the guard. And Stukalski just ushers that stone through the back and put 2 on the board for Russia. 2 ends played, Russia 2, Czech Republic 1.
So a little surprised that Norway going to the open side there. Thought they might have maybe tapped the one on the centre line back.
Well, they've put the red stone on the tee line in quite a clever position. If Germany were to make the hit and roll underneath here, then they'll struggle to lie shot stone.
Whoa. Okay.
Well, that Yellowstone's still wide open to the Norwegians, so another chance to lie 3.
Torga looking to just tap this one through. So over on sheet A, a must-win game for Scotland against Sweden. They trail by 1. Scotland skip Dave Edwards looking to tap back a red stone in behind the centre guard. Has a chance for 3. Must be close with this one. Makes it perfectly, and that would be a big score of 3. And they take the lead 3-1 after 2 ends.
Yeah, and maybe, just maybe, if Scotland could win that game, still in contention for the playoffs, if some results went their way.
Yeah, there's a whole gaggle of teams still in with a shout. Very interesting. And will the red hang around? I don't think it will. That just ushered out. And Germany now still going to find it hard not to prevent losing a 2.
Yeah, the red on the wing really well hidden, but it wasn't so long ago NOR-GER was hitting till I3. Here's the standings. All the teams really all the way down to Scotland still in with a chance of making the playoffs. A lot of work to do certainly when you're on 3 and 4, but really one of the closest round robins we've seen in recent years. Italy, the surprise package on 5 wins and 2 losses.
Yeah.
Yeah, so looking to maybe draw around to the out turn, I think. Through the tight port.
Well, Alexander Baumann has had some mixed success with his draws so far in this game. A couple of draws slipping to the back of the tee line, and then that tap back in the second end, a bit of a strange one. Not even making it to the stone they were trying to move. They're just still trying to adjust to the ice conditions, and it's line that's missing this time.
Yeah, a little surprised they came that hand, Logan. It's a lot easier in the in-turn. So now they could face losing a 3 here. If Thomas Ulsrud could ever just draw around that centre guard into the top of the 8 foot.
Well, it was a narrower port to come out to come through, but it was a similar draw to the one they played in the first end, where they just went to the back of the button. So maybe that was in their thinking there, but certainly not a well executed draw there by Alexander Baumann.
Snepp mer, da! Midt på senter, topp 8. Ja, topp 8, ikke noe dypere, altså. Fint sig. Hold there, Håvard. Hold there, hold there. Helt vekk, Håvard! Helt vekk!
Bare foran 10 i hvert fall.
Helt vekk!
Linja er bra. Linja er bra. Linja er
Bare
bra,
høyt!
deres. Helt hit.
Well, Norway need to keep this one in front of the tee line.
Oh!
Litt på slutten, litt på slutten. Ja.
And that's maybe going to be the difference today. The Norwegians will keep their stones in front of the tee line, and Germany in some trouble here.
Ja, det ja.
Yeah, that's a perfect shot by Thomas Ulsrud. We have seen some great shots from Alex Baumann this week. Really saved his team a couple of times.
Din. Køb.
Ja, yes. Der fehlt halt schon so ein Stück hinten.
Ja, machen wir den.
Nicht so viel.
Ja.
So leicht innen.
Ja. Leicht in.
Looks like driving the yellow onto the red in behind the corner, looking for the double.
Ein bisschen weniger.
Oh, yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Certainly no lack of speed here. Must be close. Oh, that's a fantastic shot there from Alex Baumann.
Yeah, a little unlucky not to make the two of the reds go away. You see it, drives the yellow back onto the red in behind, catches the second, and bounces up into the 8 foot. But it's a straightforward draw for two now for Thomas Olsrud.
Yeah, just maybe could have hit it a little bit closer to the nose and might have got them both going there. But still a great shot. Well, this is pretty much exactly the same draw as Thomas Olsrud threw in the first end. And we saw how that one worked out. That was a steal of 1 for Norway, so. Get another look and see if the speed of the ice is changing. It's kind of mid-13s for the draws in the first end.
Hold i gang hvis vi kan. Linja er bra, linja er bra.
Linja er der.
Linja er bra.
Come.
Yeah, this one
Go. No stick.
sliding to the back of the 8 foot. I think he's just done enough. Yep, it is. It will be a score of 2.
Hæ? Det er tydeligvis det glatt spor da, der vi dro i første omgang da, eller andre omgang, her nede her, vi skulle fryse, hvor dere...
So Norway lead 3-1.
Nei, det er fint sig her, men jeg sa jo til at jeg snatter den i slippet, for
Nei, du
det
er
står
riktig måte å
litt.
gjøre det på likevel, at den som er lengst, han må se opp og prøve å styre.
So final stone for Thomas Olsrud in this third end. Has a chance to draw for 2. Only needs to be fully 8 foot. Not very often you'll see him miss a routine shot like this.
Linja er bra.
Front end just standing back and praying for this one to stop, and it did rear up just in time. Don't generally see Thomas miss too many of those draws to put an extra point on the board.
Topp 8.
Ja. Bra.
So here's EUR NOR-GER. Going through the corner guard. Norway looking a little bit more dominant again in the third end. Germany have certainly been in the mix in the first couple of ends.
But back over to sheet A. Scotland 3-1 ahead over Sweden. Scotland really turning up to play this morning. Nicholas Adin looking for 2 to try and level the game, trying an angle tap at T-weight.
Well, it's already lying one on the button here. It needs to find a red into the forefoot. And look at this shot.
That is outrageous. Great shot for 2.
Yeah, you need to get everything right on that one. You need to get the line, you need to get the weight, you need to get your calculations right with the stones. That's just a fantastic curling shot, and a tied game after 3 ends. 3 each in Sweden, Scotland.
Hinten 12.
Howard Van Petersen, 88%. Top lead this week. Jörg Engesser, a little lower at 77.
Geht runter jetzt.
Klein, hinten nach.
Nur noch hinten 8, hinten 4. Hinten 4, hinten 4, hinten 4, hinten 4.
Nein, nein, nein. Okay.
So it's really important for Germany probably to score in this end. Can't really afford to go any more than 2 down to this Norwegian side.
Bare hardt. Ja! Hardt! Hardt! Ren! Bare hardt. Ja! Hardt!
And just hits and rolls to the gap, Christopher Sveit. Should be enough space to get through in between the yellow and the red.
Langsamer.
Just hairs outside yellow, catches the red in the forefoot as well. So a few mistakes beginning to come into the game. Norway beginning to apply the pressure. So that one blocks the gap.
Yeah, Norway just starting to turn the screw at the moment on Germany. Schweiz are a long way away. I'm trying to make the come around onto that red stone nearest. Well, it's just running a little bit wide at the moment. Can the sweepers do enough at the end here to get it in behind the guard? No, they cannot, and Norway still lying too.
Yeah, things just maybe beginning to turn in Norway's favour.
Torgeir NOR-GER playing 82% for the tournament.
He makes a nice hit and roll in behind. Draw is still there though.
Yeah, I almost think that Norway would have preferred just hit on the nose there than make the roll. Just to block the path in for Germany. Looks nice though, having 3 stones in behind the guards.
So Walter for Germany. This one's a lot better. Tucking the inside edge. Maybe drifts a couple of feet too far, but he's right in behind the guard.
Ja, ikke noe mer enn nier.
Nei.
Alt med is.
Mindre is.
Jeg hadde tenkt kamp 4 nå, jeg med 9.
Nei, kan 4 for...
Bare 9.
Det ser kjempemye ut da. Du spiller bakkant. Husk hvordan det gikk på bakkant. Ja.
Litt mindre da.
Det der er liksom en 8-trapp.
Ja, 8-trapp, er det ikke det?
Han sa 9. Hvis det er 8-9 så tror jeg det er riktig. Hvis det er 11-12 så tror jeg det er feil.
So Torgeir NOR-GER just been asked for a back ring weight. This one been swept all the way. Moves it enough to sit 2.
Yeah, a deft touch there from Torgeir. And Germany in some bother now.
Han kan få til der, han kommer til.
Walter just going to try and move this red back of the 8. This looks like a nice stone. Does leave Norway still line 2 though. Taking control of the top of the 4.
Bite senter holder lenge. Jeg setter den på litt da, han som er rotation eller jobber litt på foten.
Jeg har den jeg satt bare ut av, så det er ganske farlig.
So there we see Germany, the yellow, top of the 4. Norway, the reds. 4 counters there.
Det skal ikke være noen supernær heller, for da rønner han inn, får han kontakt med gul, så sitter han shot.
Thomas Olsrud, 83%.
Maks 2! Hold den ute der. Hold den ute der. 1-2! Ligger bra.
Bare opp til senter.
Ligger bra.
Ikke du, Håvard.
Linja er bra.
Linja er bra da.
Christopher Svei just keeping this one nice and clean. Haverbrand Peterson not really bothering with this one.
Looks very nonchalant, just walking alongside the stone.
Yeah, fairly relaxed.
Yeah, there was a big scrub at the end there from Håvard when the stone had already stopped.
Bare sperre toeren hans.
Ja. Så han gjør den, så vi bare garde.
So looking at this, there still might be a chance to come around this high guard. Alex Baumann, 77%. Would have liked being a little higher, but some of the shots he's been asked to play by his team, and he's played them, has been quite fantastic over the week.
Well, one that he played against Scotland certainly springs to mind.
Yeah, the couple they played against Scotland.
Well, that's certainly not going to be in Alex Baumann's highlight reel. Just struggling to find his draw weight at the moment. And Norway are the type of team that will punish you for that. Could find themselves in a whole world of pain in a minute.
Fight 4. Alternativet det er du ser på der nå, hvis du er nede på full 4, så kan du jo dra ned mot den. For de andre er bare bitere på 4-fot, altså. Hele skal helst...
Nei, han har ikke noe hull i veien. Nei, altså det er jo bra alternativ å spille en ren.
Torgeir! Bare pass på at vi ikke vil bli full 4 og litt til, for da kan du jo fryse for å bare gi bort 1. Ikke sant?
Kanskje vi bare skal dra her?
Jeg tror det, altså.
Ja, vi må ligge helåpent. Da har han ikke noen dragning nesten.
Ja, men han kan dra i hølet liksom da, tror jeg.
Full 8 helåpent.
Ja, skal diskutere det til nå. Nei, det bør være høyere.
Full 8 helåpent.
Det er den linja jeg hadde når jeg var streng der ute.
Ja.
Og har han noe spill da? Nei, han har en tappen. Han kan rønne den røde inn mot han, men det hjelper bare på igjen.
Eneste han har er den der inn da, ikke sant?
Ja, det er ganske risikofri da,
Ja,
egentlig.
den der inn sånn. Det er risikofri for den.
Det hjelper ikke å ligge her, for da er dragningen for en likevel.
Ja, men jeg mener hvis du drar helt ned hit da, så kan du få et eller annet av sånn da.
Det eneste
So
jeg er
lots of
redd
stones in
for da, at hvis
play.
du drar hit da, ikke sant, som er fort gjort å gjøre da, så vi bare drar den ned mot deg, som backing.
Norway don't want to make it easy for Germany to
Altså, her er beste.
get out of jail.
Her, altså, det er heller her da, ikke sant?
I think just a long guard would be
Så bare dør den bare, drar den
what's
ned mot deg,
required.
ikke sant, så får vi inn bort 1.
Yeah, it's so tempting to get greedy and try and get another one in there, but
Ja, det tror jeg ikke.
actually if you went all the way into the top of the button, then it might be an easier shot for Germany only to lose one than it currently is. So maybe if they just throw a guard, then like you say, Kenny, then maybe more of a chance of stealing 2.
Det virka som like fint spor.
Hæ?
Det virka egentlig som like fint spor.
Ja. Teorien min da, er at Sva holder litt hardt regn til å begynne med, på slutten nå, hvis du går ned med kost med hår.
Jeg bare husker hvordan min gikk her.
Ja da, men på slutten, det køler opp. Altså.
Ja, det er nøyaktig den linja jeg fikk. Den var ganske lik. Det var streng, altså. Likt spor.
Ok. Legger på 3 meter.
I think they're just looking for one kind of in the front ring here, maybe on the edge of the 4-foot line.
Fire er bra.
Hold den ute der!
Hold den ute.
Hold den ute der!
Ikke sitt.
Hold!
Hvor lang er? Hvor lang er?
Fight 4. Wow, easy. Fight 4, fight 4.
På 3'eren da!
Ja, men kom igjen, her, der.
Perfekt.
Well, finds a nice spot there, and are they lying 3?
Det er det beste.
Tror vi klarte akkurat å få en 3 da.
Well, this is a tough spot here for Baumann. He's going to have to draw the edge of the 4-foot for one, I think.
Yeah, that's a real difficult ask. It's not quite sure if it's 3. I think it might be.
I think it might be as well, Kenny. So this is going to be a tough, really tough one.
Yeah, they've just got the edge of the 4. Can't really see much else. There's nothing off the right-hand side.
Well, this is going to have to be perfect weight and perfect line. Tough shot here for Baumann. really needs to make it as well. They certainly won't want to let Norway get away from them. That was a terrific shot there by Thomas Ulsrud. So final stone of the fourth end, and probably the hardest one of the match so far. Well, certainly got the weight at the moment.
Yeah, this one looking pretty nice though. Just catches that top red, doesn't spin in, and it's going to be a steal of 3 and a 6-1 lead for Norway.
That was a terrific attempt there by Alex, but they just lost the line at the end there as the speed came out.
Yeah, so uphill task now for Germany. Norway struggled in the first couple of ends, but they've just hung in there.
Yeah, and Germany, more importantly, didn't manage to capitalise on when Norway weren't at their best, so they're coming good now, though. And it's now a mountain to climb for the Germans.
Yeah, this is another look at Thomas Ulsrud's final stunt. Just looking for a draw in behind. Couldn't have walked down and placed it any better. Just finds the top of the forefoot.
Well, we're certainly not going to see any centre guards now from Bod Pettersson. Not called ones anyway. Just going to keep the play in the house and keep things nice and simple and not give the Germans anything to hide behind.
Yeah, Norway are so good when they get a couple of shots up. They don't really make too many silly mistakes.
Bra linje. Ganske lik linje. Spilt.
Samme fart omtrent.
Litt videre. På litt avstand da. Linja er bra. Kølle litt sånn, ikke an ved siden av.
Det er litt kortere.
Ja, det er greit. Nå er det bra linje. Kan nesten fryse nå, altså. Bra. Nei, dere får være med å bestemme.
Good setup play by Bod Pettersson. Draws another one down in there.
Det er litt tidlig at
Yeah,
han
it's,
så er det bare 3 imellom.
Makes the job as a skip so much easier when you've got a lead that can throw 2 shots right in on top of each other. Applies a lot of pressure to the other team.
Yeah, well, Germany really need to just throw caution to the wind now and just give it everything, take lots of risk to try and make a multiple score to get back in there.
Meanwhile, on sheet C, game between Czech Republic and Russia, all tied. Stakalski trying to make something happen. Has a shot for 2. This one just creeped out the 12-foot, and it would be a single point.
Yeah, great attempt there by Evgeny Arkhipov. It's just the rotation of the stone that they raised just kind of spun itself out of the 12-foot.
Gut.
Good.
Yeah, continuing to throw the corner guard, just looking for some cover in behind. But you see these 2 red stones in the 4-foot. At some point, they will have to make a play on them.
Yep. Ren. Ren. Ja, litt grann hold i gang.
And Sva just peels the guard off.
Torgeir. Egentlig bare for å være snill mot deg.
So I'm sure it's Germany that'll be looking to get to the 5th end break. Norway will not want to stop. They're going well now. Really got to grips with the ice.
Gut.
No freeze.
Hat er.
Engelsk gut. No
Nur
freeze.
Linie.
This time they're electing to
Ist gut.
No freeze.
Das ist gut. Ho, 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 ho. Nur Linie.
No freeze.
tap the Reds.
Oh. Oh.
Great effort.
Det går fint. Det er ikke noe risk. Det er ganske tjukk, Torgeir. Du ikke får toppen der. 2 tredjedeler.
Du vil helst treffe den på nedsida. Ikke så rulle ut med skjuten.
So no messing around from Torgen Ergaard. He wants to peel the guard off.
Yep. Hard. Hard. Hard, 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 hard.
And slight mistake.
Yeah, maybe just about rolls it far enough.
Gleiche Höhe. Gleiche Höhe.
Ja, vorne 8, Weißer 4.
So Walter now for Germany. Looks like they're electing to come around the corner and use that red stone of Norway's as a bit of cover.
Länge. Go, Jungs. Go, 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 go. Linie sieht gut aus. Länge, voll durch. Und weiter, 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 weiter. Das Stück. Das Stück. Go, 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 go. Und.
Okay.
Ja, forholdsvis tjukk, samme treffpunkt som i sted. Gå litt inn. Kjapp er ikke verdens undergang.
So I think they'll be just looking to hit on the nose of this one. Can't really roll away anywhere without disturbing the 2 reds in the 4-foot.
Hard. Hard. Hard, 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 hard.
Gets a little cute and moves the yellow off the top.
Yeah, the Germans just need to get their previous stone a little bit further down there. Well, Germany are running out of stones here in this fifth end, and there's a lot of red granite blocking the way into the button here, so needing to move some of these around. And gets rid of a couple of them. Nice shot there by Manuel Walter.
Dobler han, så får en dobbel etterpå.
Vanlig der.
Ja, du spiller den over linja.
Hæ?
Du spiller den over linja.
Kjøper du 0-50?
Jeg kan godt spille inn han.
Ja, du spiller som vei du vil, men jeg bare tenker da litt sånn guffen på linja noen ganger.
Vanlig, litt solid vanlig der, da.
Vanlig sikkert bra.
Ja. Kjapp, da!
Kjapp eller litt ruller.
So Norway not bothering for the double, just going to go for the single shot. Just do the simple things well, playing the scoreboard now. So we head across to sheet next door on sheet D. Rasmus Stejana. Torrid week for him, only one win, taking on the in-form Italians.
Yeah, stark contrast to 4 years ago when Rasmus played his first European Championships and made it all the way to the final, only to lose to that guy on the right-hand side of your screen, Thomas Olsrud.
And a nice score of 2 for Denmark. They now take the lead, 4-3.
Litt for bra.
Mit 0. Ein bisschen viel, oder?
These two reds lined up perfectly.
Gib ein bisschen weniger.
Yeah, they won't really be able to get both of these reds moving here. However, if they could just play a raise in this yellow to stick it onto one of those reds and roll over to a position that don't leave a double, that would be a good position for the Germans to score a deuce.
Sauber, 10. Ja! Hoi! 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 Go, 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 go! Go! Ja!
Well, they've not managed to do it. They really needed to roll away from the center line there. Just came inside. And this should be a straightforward double here for Norway.
Yeah, needed to get good separation between the two yellows. Just looking for a nose hit.
Ja.
Smooth technique and release from Thomas. As always, picks the two of them off.
Come on. Come on. Det er som en sånn classic outturn.
Står litt, floater og...
Germany being forced to take one with their final stone here in the fifth. A nose hit for Alex Baumann. Needs to hang around. Now he does have a stone in behind a corner guard. Standing right back off this, but that one comes to the nose. And a 1 point on the board for Germany. 6-2 after 5 ends. So first end. Alex Baumann for Germany, trying to tap the red stone back. This one just hanging a little wide, and it would be a steal for Norway. Third end, and Tom Solsrud with the trademark draw to the forefoot for 2, looking for a 3-1 lead. This one drifts to the back of the 8-foot. Pulled up in time. Walter just couldn't sweep it enough. Fourth end. Norway sitting 3 red stones in the forefoot. Alex Baumann just trying to half in on the tee line. This one just over curled, catches the top red, doesn't spin in, and a steal of 3 and a 6-1 lead after 4. But after 5, it's Norway 6, Germany 2. Czech Republic, Russia on sheet C. And Eugene Sneedle just looking for a draw to take the lead once again. Still in with a shout of making the playoffs if they could pick up a win. And that one drops right down onto the tee line, and they lead 4-3. So elsewhere, Sweden now lead 5-4 over Scotland. Switzerland 4-3 over Latvia. And as we've seen, 4-3 for Czech Republic over Russia. And Denmark having a tight game with Italy, also 4-3.
Nei, ikke legg det i bagen. Ta passe på noe sånt. Ikke legg det i bagen.
Vis litt omsorg for de.
Det har jeg fått. Det er veldig bra. Nå
sprekker før
legger mer teip til fingeren.
Alt i bagen.
Har du sett en dedikert astmamedisin?
Jetzt, ja, das geht noch genau auf. Ich habe schon nachgerechnet. 5 mal einer Stele.
Ich bin froh, dass wir einen Mathematiker haben.
Mann, bist du klug?
Da bringt doch etwas Schönes.
Ja, wir sind gerade drauf, gell? Also.
Immer noch. Ja, ist egal. Ist nicht so schlimm. Feldwebel schreit seinen Rekruten an und sagt, Mensch,
Let's take a look at the stats. Score 6-2. Norway out shooting the Germans by 20% on both hits and draws. You see that 4 stolen points down there at the bottom. Big 3 in the fourth end was the most important one. So teams making their way back out for sixth end. You're watching live coverage from the Gruyère European Curling Championships 2014 from the Palladium, Switzerland. 6-2 the score, Norway lead. Norway do have last stone advantage in this sixth end. Engesser, 78%. Just looking for a tight guard. Expect to see Germany really go all out for the steal. And this one a little bit tight to the house, so what Norway will do is elect to tap this one in so they can remove it with the next stone.
Bakkamp der!
Havert Van Petersen having a great game at 90%.
Ikke et drag!
So pushing that one in, just catches it on the nose as it went right through. Just grips on at the back. Won't be too concerned with that one though.
Wo?
Mittlere!
Mittlere, da, eher kurze.
Sauber!
Hat er. Fast freeze. Naja, hat er, ist gut.
Ja, Friedel. Okay. Gut. Gut.
So this time, Norway just going to peel their own red off. Don't want too many stones lying around, so just to prevent Germany from drawing in behind. They can't remove their own red stone, but can't remove the yellows till after the 4 stones played. Free guard zone, 4 rock here at the Europeans.
Ren. Rett på det over.
Pila fra Sørlandet.
Sebastian Schweizer only 55% in this game, not really brought his A game here this morning.
Braucht gar nichts.
Martin!
Zum Schluss. Stand. Ja.
Weg. Nein, weg, gar nichts, darf nicht so. Sitz. Okay.
Kanskje kan gripe litt.
Ja.
Svar just gonna come around and tap this yellow back. They do have the chance to move this one off the 1 foot, so they're gonna take it. Just misses the back one.
Yeah, Norway doing a nice job though of keeping the sheet reasonably clear, not really giving Germany anything to work with.
Geht auch nicht, geht nicht. Ganz zum Schluss können wir einen Tick.
Er muss am Schluss noch rum.
Warte.
Nur wenn er geht.
Geht nicht.
Nur wenn er geht.
Yeah, Germany going all out for the steal now. Just going to ignore that red edge of 4.
Sehr schön.
Gut.
So Switzerland, Latvia. Switzerland leading 4-3. Switzerland looking just to tap this one back. Being forced into the single point maybe. Sven Mikkel played some great shots to tidy things up for his team. Line a little high at the moment. Needs to come down the hill. Does actually have a tap for 2, but might just have picked up the single.
Hat er schon. Weg. Er kommt schon. Weg.
I think they're going to have a measure on this one.
Well, back in our featured game between Norway and Germany. A nice come around there. Norway will just peel the centre guard off. Interesting, Torger Nørgaard, he always sets up for an in-turn and then changes the handle when he's sliding out. Game accuracy 73% for the Norwegian third. So Manuel Walter having a good game, playing 84%.
Yeah, just looking to protect that Yellowstone and the 1 foot.
Well, Ulstrud will be able to see a small piece of this red. I don't know if they might want to take that opportunity to move the stone. Confirmation of the outcome of the measure on sheet B. And after 6 ends, it's Latvia 4, Switzerland 4.
A nice takeout play from Torga, just pushing that yellow to the back ring. Sets the 2 reds up right on top of each other.
Yeah, really put some pressure on Germany to make a perfect draw when you've got guys who can make the come arounds as well as that.
Von der ersten Nase. Nase oder Roll? Können wir auch. Ja, das ist eigentlich auch okay. Dann, was macht er? Er wird wahrscheinlich die Guard bekommen. Ich gehe davon aus. Muss er einnehmen.
So decision time now for Germany. Do they play the takeout on the reds, or do they come in and really go for the steal?
Sollen wir den machen?
Well, they're 4 down without last stone at the moment.
Ah, no.
They could just make a takeout here and try and stick their shooter on the nose. Then perhaps Ulstrud would peel the guard and then they have a chance to lie 4. Not necessarily in a great position, but they may get some sort of an error.
Er liegt halt zweimal am 4-Fuß und kriegt ihn auf jeden Fall immer weg, denke ich.
Ja, nee, finde ich gut.
Alex Baumann having a bit of a nightmare today, only playing 43%. Had his chances in the first couple of ends and couldn't punish Thomas Ilsrud. It's really just been all downhill since then. And he's hit the wrong side of that stone there.
Yeah, I think Norway could really finish this off now if they could get one right in on top.
I would like to see like a more controlled weight on that shot and really pushing hard to try and stick the shooter onto the face of that red stone. That would have really put Norway in a more tricky spot.
Ja, vi prøver også, hvis det bare blir toer.
Ja, toer holder lenge.
Ja, han kommer her.
Egentlig bare så lenge vi får gjemt innsida der.
Ja. Og da får du, i hvert fall får du kjent det på dragningen. Ja.
Farten er jo ganske fin nå, ikke sant?
Det er ganske likt fortsatt.
Ja.
Er det full 4 foran 10?
Ja. Det er ikke mye jeg skal legge på for den der vi hadde på, som var vire der da.
Ja, den må være fin.
Well,
den er fin nok.
Thomas Ilsrud going for the come around here rather than the peel. I think he's not that keen to face four with his last stone. If he did the kind of the textbook call and just peeled the guard off, so playing at 88% for the game, and that's really been the difference this game, the difference between the two skips. Looking pretty good as usual. Håvard Pedersen not looking particularly ready to sweep.
Throws this one right down and on top, and that's an absolute pistol.
Well, I think that's maybe why Håvard's so casual next to the stones, because he knows it's exactly in the right spot anyway. So.
So einfach, der guckt ja auch raus von da. Selbst wenn wir hier hinkommen, der guckt ja raus von der Seite, dann kann er immer schießen.
Können wir damit stehen mit dem Race?
Aber wir hinten dann die 3.
You ready on sheet A for a big shot?
Ja, dann links und dann ist was von dir.
Ja? Selbst wenn er perfekt genau hier liegt, dass wir Shot sind, muss er nur den spielen. So darf er 3, weil er den Roll da hat als Grenze.
Ja, aber ich glaube, den müssen wir trotzdem probieren, oder?
Den ist nicht so. Dann ist das zu einfach ist für ihn.
Ja, wir müssen jetzt auf den Fehlstein hoffen.
Ja klar, aber der ist zu einfach. Da muss
Genau,
er
den
noch
probieren, hoffen, dass wir 4 liegen. Oder? Liegen wir dann 4? Nee, liegen wir nicht.
Ja, der hintere ist vielleicht sogar auf den gelben hinten.
So if you're Germany now,
Der hintere rote geht vielleicht sogar auf den.
all you've really got is the corner freeze on the in-turn.
Ich sage, wenn er kommt, dann haben wir die 2 so weit auseinander.
Yeah, and is the pin even showing that they can get shot? I'm not
Die
sure.
Damen gehen ja komplett weg. Dann müssen wir hier auf der Seite treffen.
Running the guard's not going to do much good.
Ja, wir können
So
aber
not going to be able to get both of those reds out.
Der geht auch nach
Might be
rechts.
an option to come off their own yellow on the tee line. Even then, that's a big ask.
Wie viel Zeit haben wir denn?
Don't think they could get to the top side of the red shot stone to
Was meint ihr?
be able to out count the one at the top of the button.
Oder so, immer dran, der bringt
Einfach für
nichts.
ihn.
Bleib nur auf der
Oder wir probieren den Race Nase. Und dann hat er.
Ja, dann hat er einen.
Hat er auch noch Audi. Nee, dann hat er auch einen 4 Fuß.
Ich sag, stehen müssen wir hier.
Aber wir können so nicht stehen, sag ich.
Ja, das ist eine schwierige Situation.
Geht er direkt nicht?
Ja, direkt geht er schon, aber dann muss er ja nur einen Abschluss treffen.
Ja, das muss er sowieso sein.
Weil so ist ja schwierig.
Wir spielen Race.
Das ist ein Race. Oder so wirklich den. Ja, aber da ist halt auch nicht viel Platz.
Direkt
Ja, das ist am meisten Platz, würde ich sagen.
Well, I
So,
feel
der Race liegt halt im Winkel auch
this
schlecht.
might be curtains here for
Wie weit sind wir
Germany.
auseinander?
Yeah, I think
Was
that's
seht ihr denn viel? Seht ihr
that's what they're looking
maximal
at.
Viertel?
Thinking there might be the double there just to force
Spielen?
Thomas to play against the
Meinst
3, but
Gucken wir es mal von hinten an.
Ja,
Müssen wir
wenn,
mal
machen
gucken,
wir
ob es
den.
überhaupt geht. Ja.
big shot to keep his team in the game. Miss this, you're really going home.
Knapp vorbei, ne?
80.
Gucken, ob er Körperschluss bei 80. Hey, ich komm schon mit Pi. Ah, schau.
Looking for the double, Alex Baumann. Must be pretty close. Sweepers are on this one. Gets past the guard. Great shot.
Well, that's a game saver there from Alex Baumann. Great shot.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at sheet 8. Scotland trailing Sweden 5-4. Dave Edwards with a chance to draw for 3 though. Nicholas Ledeen playing a quadruple with his first and then flashing with his second. This one needs to take a seat though. And that one's going to be a little bit too heavy. Tricky lines out on sheet 8, but 2 points and the lead for Scotland, 6-5 after 6 ends.
One red.
Well, that was never in doubt. Thomas Wilsrud just coolly draws the 1 foot to put another Norwegian point on the board. 7-2 now after 6 ends. And Germany with a huge amount of work to do.
So a real game saver from Alex Baumann with his final stone. Plays the double, shaves past the top guard and forces Thomas Olsrud to play against 3. (7-2). Norway lead.
Yeah, that was actually quite a good end there from the Germans. Certainly a terrific final stone from Alex Baumann.
Yeah, this time Howard van Petersen doesn't drop that one in the 4 foot though.
Ich hoffe, der hat ihn gehalten. Oh, oh, oh.
Jeg liker å pile, mann.
Pilene?
Ja.
So looking at the ice given here, looks like Howard van Petersen's just going to tear his own redstone out of play.
Yeah, it's a little bit shorter than they would have been looking for. Definitely something that the Germans could draw behind.
Im Haus.
Hä?
Im Haus.
Okay.
Germany do have one corner up, but you can't really afford to keep throwing your guards into the house. You're looking for a big mistake now.
Rulle senter.
Vanlig opp. Litt mer enn vanlig. Rulle vekk, eller?
Vi kjapper.
Ok.
Det er greit, Svang.
So looking at maybe guarding the red stone in the 12 foot. Gonna try and use the red as some cover, maybe.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that Norway chose to stick around with their previous takeout. Definitely something that the Germans can use. I guess Thomas always knew that he was going to peel this guard anyway, but Germany could still come around that stone at some stage.
Rent. Bra.
Faren er at han drar den der og kommer en rundt her, så får vi ikke tak i den.
Ja, det er den du må ta. Ikke få noe dobbel. Torgeir, for det vi i går, vi lærte det hard med i går. Og Niklas siste gang i går, måtte ligge en sånn dobbeltgard. Runder den en der, perfekt der da.
I think this time they've maybe elected to come around the red. So a lot of times people don't use stones within the house as cover.
Yeah, this is certainly a good option here. I like this call. Sebastian Schweitzer, the 34-year-old, coming around this red in the house.
Martin!
Raus!
Sehr weit!
Nee, ist gut.
Nach hinten 12!
Hinten ist gut.
Hinten 12! Ja, nach hinten!
Hart nach hinten. Ja.
Auf jetzt, da musst du rum!
Oh.
Weiter!
Wow.
Weiter!
Wow, sind schon wieder draußen.
And just manages to hang on at the back.
Jeg tror vi dra med hack eller bakkant eller noe.
Jeg tror han får en side rundt her da.
Det er gutter der.
It's an interesting one
Det
here.
er flotten! Det er flotten!
Kan du rømme en gule ned dit da? Ganske lystre.
Ja.
Signal.
Well, I quite like this call from Norway. They're lying shot at the moment,
Signal!
and Germany will still have some work to do, and you would expect that even if they just peel this corner guard, that Germany will leave a double takeout at some stage.
Whoa. Yep.
Maybe they can get the slash double off this corner guard here. Well, I don't think they could expect to hit that one too thin.
Sjekker favoritter.
So Walter is being asked to come around that red stone in the house once more and try and get into shot position. And Supers are having to go coast to coast on this one. Big effort here from Engesser and Schweitzer. It's just going to be a guard. Probably better a guard than an easy double anyway.
Yeah, it's better a shot than really deep.
Er det mulig å jamme på egen her da, hvis det går andre vei?
Hvis du jammer den på den bak, så ruller corner, så har han shot bak går da.
Torgen Øgaard
Han går og drar en til rundt, da må vi nesten spre ringa for Ivo 2 da.
just going to run this one back, I think.
Rent. Rent.
Well, I think we'll see Germany try and come around once more. At some stage they will try and move that red stone. Possibly with their next one.
Hang up. Handling up.
Længe.
Frans længe.
Kør.
Fremad.
Sæt super op. Høj. Høj. På.
Yep.
Line looks pretty good though.
Høj. Go, 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 go.
Yeah, finds a great spot in behind.
Blå styk.
Well, super shot. Just goes to the back of the tail line, and I think we'll see a freeze here from Thomas Hulsrud. Nope. Going to go for the run back.
Yeah, it's just a nose hit really.
Yeah, the only consideration I think for me here is that Germany are only lying one at this point. To do hit this red, then they will allow Germany to be second shot with the back one if they don't get this quite right. So you wouldn't expect Thomas to be too far away with this though. Not too much separation between the stones at all.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yep. Hard.
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 Hard. Hard. Hard. Hard. Hard. Hard.
And makes contact with the second yellow and rolls in the shooter as well. So
Køla, Fadme.
they do have a
Køl.
chance, Germany though.
Okay, jeg schenker den. Slap af, det er den, som jeg schenken. Jeg må hier reingehen, schießt er den hin weg.
Ja, oder wird immer probieren, sag ich, oder? Wenn er hier liegt, dann hat er immer den.
Was? Wenn er überquert, dann nimmt er seinen weg. Das macht er nicht, glaube ich.
Schon.
Er nimmt sicher.
So haben wir das, aber so ist schon schlimm. Da haben wir das Risiko nicht, oder? Wenn wir hier ein Viertel versteckt sind, kriegt er nie beide weg, oder?
Das ist ja gerade so Störung.
Ja, ja.
So? Machen wir außen rum. Bauen wir doch?
90.
Well, going for another draw here, trying to hide behind that red. I don't think there's really any value in this late in the end. I mean, if they do make a really good draw, then I mean maybe Ulster's just going to hit the back one and they're only going to score 2 anyway, so could be a little bit too much risk for no reward. Oh, and he burnt it. Schweitzer lets the stone hit his foot. Not the first stone the Germans have burnt this week.
No, certainly not.
Ja, men det gjør ikke noe. Det er bra. Kjapp.
Den gule hadde liksom rullet lavere, da.
Ja, spørs om vi får toeren bak foran her, da.
Hæ?
Spørs om vi får toeren bak foran her.
Den er jo brent, egentlig.
Ja, men her. Du får toeren der. Kjapp.
Jeg spiller pilkjappen.
I think we'll just see
Is midt på steinen.
Thomas go for the nose though. Won't get too cute with this. So we're into the skip stones on sheet A. David Edwards from Scotland, sitting one in behind the guard, looking to try and sit two. Must be close. Hits and rolls. But I think he might have left an angle for Nicholas to come down, play a double, maybe 4-2. Just needed to move that second yellow a couple of more inches.
Well, I'm not sure, Kenny. I think the Yellowstone and the button's probably going to touch that back red, so that would cause them some problems. Difficult to see Nicholas scoring here, actually. Really nice shot there by Dave Edwards. And back in our featured game, Thomas Hulshood makes a nose hit to lie 2. So a nice piece of sportsmanship though by Thomas, ignoring the burnt stone and just allowing it to stay. Easier to do when you're 7-2 up, right enough?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, if it's been a tight game, I think you'd maybe call that.
90.
It's a final shot of the 7 for Nicholas Adine. Looks like he's going for the tap back on the top red.
I think he's maybe going for the angled raise, Kenny. Here's the Nicholas Adine special coming down the ice. Big weight.
Picks it off, and it's going to be a big steal of 2 for Scotland. 8-5 they now lead after 7 ends. Still a long way to go though. And Germany in their feature game going for the double, and it will be a steal of 1 and the handshake. 8-2 Norway win. And a slow start for the Norwegians, but began to hit some form in the later ends. Germany still in with a chance if they could win their final game. Germany dropping to 3 wins and 4 defeats. So over on sheet A, Scotland leading 8-5 over Sweden. We're bringing you live coverage from the Gruyère European Curling Championships 2014.
Don't like that, Scott.
So Scotland just not wanting to leave any stones around, so they are 3 shots up, so they're just going to throw this one away. Nicholas Adine really, really good at manipulating stones if you leave them around.
Det är ingen skillnad om de slår en eller något.
So, slight mistake from Sweden throwing that one into the rings. And Scotland got a chance to tidy things up by peeling the corner guards. Scott McLeod with the peel on the guards. Trying to get that shooter out of play.
Come on, John. Hard.
Just about does enough. And gets it away. Now Sweden will look to just guard the red that's in the 12 foot. If they could play this end out, they would score a 2 with this setup. So Scott McLeod again, just a lot nicer throw this time. Away with the guard. Certainly I would say the young Scottish team, their forte would be the takeout game. Likewise this team. Christian Lindstrom. Again throwing the guard. It's just all about when Nicholas Dean wants to make a play on this yellow stone in the 4 foot. John Penny from Aberdeen, joiner from up north in Scotland. Catches the guard, just does enough. Oscar Eriksson, full-time curler. Like all the Swedish team, really do put the hours in the gym, on the ice. Will be the most professional outfit here this week, and you can see that they've yet to drop a game. They are 7-0. So it would be a big shock if Scotland could manage to pick up a win. So into the 7th end, Latvia, Switzerland all tied at 4s. Sven Mikkel looking for a hack-weight takeout round the corner guard. And looks like he's going to get past the guard for 2.
Yeah, it's really a must-win game for Switzerland, the reigning European champions. And that will definitely help their cause as they strive to make the playoffs. 6-4 there after 7 ends. Well, back in our featured game, Scotland lying 1 here. Well, Dave Edwards nominating to split the rings here, taking a bit of a risk.
Yeah, I think so. I think you peel the guard, play the scoreboard. You're 3 up. It's a very aggressive call.
Yeah, it's what you don't want to do is to give 3 straight back. So it's quite late in the end, though, and even if he did manage to lie 2 and Nicholas made a double, they would still be wide open. So maybe not such a daft call here from the 35-year-old from Lockerbie originally, lives in Aberdeen now.
Yeah, very tricky coming down this side.
Watch it, guys.
This is the second time we've seen him throw this one pretty heavy.
Well, Dave shouting at supers to watch it, and they're just watching it drift right through the rings.
A little bit angry with the sweepers there for jumping on that one, but I think you play the scoreboard, you pull that corner guard out of play, you give up your 2, you're 1 up with the hammer. We've seen this end sheet be really tricky, really tracky. So play the percentage shot, really.
Yeah, and actually, we saw a few ends before. In the 6th end, Dave Edwards had a draw on that exact same line for 3 and was heavy on that occasion as well, so didn't learn the lesson. Niklas Edin, the 29-year-old full-time curler from Karlstad in Sweden. Oh, super shot.
Great shot.
Well, and this one will get Scotland scratching their heads. Great draw there from the 2014 Olympic bronze medalist.
I am, yeah. Just make sure we keep the angle on it. Eh? No. We need to keep an angle on it. Just tie your nose. Just tie your nose. Yeah. So you don't line them.
Yeah, big shot this. Putting himself under a bit of pressure. What he could do is just draw up against the yellow again. Force Nicholas to play a nose hit for 2.
Another option might be a guard.
Yeah, you could play the guard.
Leaving Nicholas a very long angled raise for 3.
I think it's that tricky on this sheet to lay a guard.
Well, this shot's certainly no picnic itself. And Dave Edwards, just with a similar weight to his previous stone. Oh, needs to curl. Well, he's left a double for 3. Just doesn't quite get to the nose.
Yeah, big mistake with not pulling that corner guard.
I'm not sure it was the call. It's just a badly played shot. It's they're equally simple shots, and the peel or the draw of the house, and could have missed either, I guess. But it certainly looks like Scotland might give up their 3-shot lead here after that mistake. You won't see Niklas Edin missing this sort of shot too often.
Got to watch where they spin the yellow though. And gets it up over the top. And a big score of 3. And the game all tied at 8 in the 9th end. So a few mistakes from both sides. Final shot from Niklas Edin in this 8th end. Nose double. Absolutely perfect. And scores 3 to tie the game. Eight into the 9th. And expect Niklas Edin to really push for the force in this 9th end. Billy Morton from Ayrshire. New lead on this team this year.
Yeah, of course, the last few seasons, Colin Campbell has been throwing the first 2 stones at the end for Team Edwards.
Let it stop. Let it stop. Let it stop, John. Let it stop. Good.
A nice shot there in behind the guard. Billy Morden, 92%. Christopher Sundgren, 82.
Ja, kör då, kör då, kör då, kör då. Det var gå, linjen är för runda också. Det var gå. Hårt, här nere. Hårt först.
So double centre on.
Yeah, I think Nicholas Adin's one of the most aggressive in this situation in the 9th end. He'll go all out to try and make sure there's a score of 1 in this 9th end. Either way.
So sweepers trying to get this one past. Never lost that one.
Not enough rotation on the stone, I think, from Billy there.
I think didn't stay close to that one. I think they just stood off it, never kept the brushes down. Would be the error of that one.
So Sweden going to throw the freeze here with Christian Lindström. Yeah, actually, at one stage was throwing last stones for Oscar Eriksson's team. Oscar was calling the game and playing 3rd. In the last couple of seasons, Oscar's been throwing the last stone, and now Christian's moved down to 2nd, so maybe he'll be leading next year.
Push that one into the top 8.
Well, that's the kind of shot a lead would have to throw. Nice freeze there by Lindström. Could be a hidden talent there.
Yeah, Scott McLeod out shooting Christian Lindström 78 to 70. Makes the double peel. Tidies things up.
Yeah, good shot there by Scott McLeod. Definitely his forte, the peels.
Catches that one perfect. Doesn't manage to pick the red off the top though.
Yeah, we just had to hit the first one a fraction thinner. Well, I think Scotland just a little bit guilty of not playing the scoreboard in the last end. I actually quite liked your call with the last one, Kenny, of just kind of splitting the rings again and just saying, right, you can have 2.
Yeah, even just threw it right back onto the yellow that was at the back of the 12, so.
Well, I think they're going after the one in the house this time.
Trying to pick it through the gap. Yeah, they do. They manage to keep the shooter as well.
Yeah, I think the game plan here from Scotland will be to keep it reasonably tidy, and you know what, if a 2 comes along, that will be absolutely fine. A blank end's also a good result and would give them the last stone in the final end.
Yeah, Sweden have got a centre guard though, remember. So there is still cover for them. Is this one going to roll a little bit too far? Screws back in.
Back line. Okay, back line, I think. Even if you chip the front, you'll leave the 2 yellows in it that way.
So you see, just sees around half stone on the out turn. Just looking to come around. Nicholas will be not too unhappy. It's back of tee, so he might get a chance to play a freeze later on in the end. The sweepers having to go really hard on this one. Chipped it to the top of the 4 and opens up the red, but doesn't sit second shot, so chance for Nicholas Dean to head and roll in to the top of the forefoot. Oscar Eriksson, 72%, a little bit lower than we've seen this week from him.
Yeah, and actually I think the stats are quite likely a reflection of the ice conditions over here in this very tricky sheet 8, closest to the crowd. I was saying earlier on from Håvard Vad Petersen that it does seem to be a bit colder on this side of the arena, and that's it's just bringing a lot of frost in. And there's just quite a clear picture if you kind of look down the sheet. There's quite a lot of whiter areas on the sheet, which might just affect the running path of the stone.
Looking for the hit and check in, more than the double. Has he made the double? He has. Great shot by John Penny. This game toing and throwing back and forward.
Well, they might get a blank end out of this yet. They may even score 2 out of this yet. Both very acceptable outcomes for Scotland. Nicholas Dean, though, has been left a half-stone double.
Going really hard on this. Must be pretty close.
Well, they're actually going for the hit and roll here to try and push for the force. I guess if they make the double, then it's just going to lead to a blank. But that itself is a risk, because they're giving Scotland a chance to score 2 here.
What just noticed he leads on a double and we've got a blank.
I think they'll hit.
Right, we're going for it, we're going for it. So. The problem is that I think with the weight, you're almost locking into the side of that, John. So let's go high.
Yeah, I think the going high is the call, because you're then forcing Nicholas, if he's going to play the double, off the centre one, so you're rolling away from that guard.
Well, David Edwards with the in-turn takeout, trying to hit and roll to the wing. Important to stick around here.
Hits and runs, makes it.
Well, Nicholas isn't interested in the double. He's going to go after the hit and roll behind the guard. There's the matchup at fourth between the two fourth players. Nicholas Dean playing 82%. His hit's a little bit down, but we've seen quite a few circus shots from Nicholas Dean in this game. Big angled raises and run backs.
Yeah, he's just going to look to tap this one through and sit in behind the guard and make it difficult for Scotland to score their 2.
Yeah, it's a very, very long red guard, though, to hide behind.
Yep. Forward. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. 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 Yep. Yep.
This one beginning to move now.
Forward. Forward.
As he popped out the other side, I think he might have just given Scotland a chance.
Well, just a hack-weight takeout, I would think, for David Edwards.
Should see around 3/4 stone, I think. Maybe half stone. This type of shot is a lot in the head. I think if you can see it you're more comfortable with it. It is a long guard though.
Yeah, I always think these kind of in-betweeny shots or in-betweeny weights are sometimes a little bit more difficult to play when the pressure's on. So
this one's got a lot of curling to do.
No, I think he's pretty good here.
Yeah, makes it.
That's a really good shot under pressure by Dave Edwards there. Redeems himself after 2 misses in the 8th end.
Yeah, you can see what that means to them boys.
Well, certainly not a low-scoring game.
No, I think it's both teams and both skips are quite aggressive, not frightened to take each other on. So final stone of the 9th end for Dave Edwards. The out-turn hack weight round the long centre guard. Just chipping the red through, the yellow sitting, and it was a score of 2. High fives all round. So 10th end here at the Gruyère European Curling Championships. Draw 8 in the men's competition. Scotland leading Sweden 10-8. Can you believe, Logan?
Certainly cannot, Kenny.
Be interesting to see what the highest scoring game was at the European Championships.
Maybe you can look into that one for us for the next draw. So here's Kristoffer Sundgren, and we'll see Sweden go all out to try and score their deuce, or maybe even more here in the 10th end. Final end of regulation time. Quick update from the Czech Republic and Russia. Here's Jiří Snitil. Big game there too. Russia will want to win that one if they want to really give themselves a great chance of making the playoffs. Czech Republic in the same position as Scotland, needing wins to stay in with a chance of playoffs, but also needing a win to give them a chance of making the World Championships and staying in the A group. Lots to play for here at the end of this round robin. A cool draw there from Jiří for 1, and they'll lead Russia by 5 shots to 4 going into the 10th end. Back on our featured game, a nice draw there by Billy Morton. Only criticism would be the stones are a little bit too close together and could leave a good chance for a freeze for the Swedish later on.
So there you see the standings all to play for. 7 teams, 8 teams still in with a shout of making the playoffs. Yes, results need to go your way, but
I think it's maybe 7 teams. We can write off Germany now that they've gone to 3 and 5. But a mistake here from Scott McLeod. And that's an additional stone in play that the Swedes will have to work with.
Yeah, really need to roll with that one. Had a chance to spray everything with that.
Han blästar ju lätt bort den här. Jag tycker det är för tidigt att gå på den nu. Ja, då får han gå på den dubbeln. Den kan man lätt missa tjockt. Ja, gör det. Runda hit.
So Nicholas electing to draw back of the 8 foot. Christian Lindstrom.
Innen är perfekt. Den att den är kvar i bordet bara. Ja, helt säkert.
Found a maybe a fast track down here.
Oh, Dave Edwards is going to have a go at this one. Still going to hang around, however. Nice draw there by Lindstrom. A little bit surprised they didn't choose to move at least one of those yellow stones on the button.
And he's going with the centre guard. Really aggressive call this. But
yeah, well, this
what
is
else do they have?
No, absolutely. It's there's always going to be a corner guard for the Swedes to use, and this is why I'm a little bit surprised that Nicholas didn't take the option to at least move that yellow stone off the button. There's plenty of stones in play for him to use. Maybe a little bit over-aggressive. And Scott McLeod is looking like he's running a little bit far here.
If you're playing that shot, you've got to be short. Anywhere between that yellow and the front of the house. So 2 mistakes there from Scott McLeod.
He's really just not had a great week, Scott, sitting in 10th out of 10 seconds for the championship.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
This one's got a lot of curling to do.
Yeah, but Sweden doing a good job of just keeping their stones around, and that's actually a very nice result. And Scotland in trouble here. Timeout called.
Yeah, I don't like this at all.
We could rumble them. I don't like sitting on top of it, John. You're more than likely just going to angle it up for him. Even if you punch that, 7 in behind the guard, you just got to be careful that.
So Tom Brewster will make his way down onto the ice.
2011 and 2012 world silver medalist, and of course the Olympic 2014 silver medalist.
Bump to the edge. Try and rumble the angles up.
Yeah, the angle's not nice.
No.
That's kind of what I meant.
Yeah.
I mean, he would still maybe have.
Yeah.
That red's not really going very far.
No. I just wondered whether you could even almost nose it and pump that back to there. And sit with your yellow here. We've got to rumble him, I think. The guard. Aye. I think we've got to play. Yeah. Okay. Light rumble in this.
Yes, I think what they've got to do is get that 7 stone with the one on the right in behind the guard's cover.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Yep.
The other option I'm seeing could be that they kind of come down and just split one of the yellows.
A real brave call would be throw the guard on it.
Yeah, you would.
As long as they get some separation between the stones, I think that's really what they're looking for.
Yeah, separation and a path for that red stone to get out of the house as well. At the moment, it's really difficult to remove. A delicate shot here from John Penny.
Whoa, 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 yep, yep, hard, hard.
Trying to get something in behind.
Okay.
Well, it's definitely better.
And I think they need to keep that shooter high. really need to keep sweeping on it. They could come down and probably move everything.
Det är rätt bra alltså, man skulle kunna frysa på den någonstans.
Well, they could play a hit and roll off their own red here and into another frozen position.
De där två måste ju bort.
There is still some work to do here for Sweden, and maybe that guy has some of the answers up there.
Yeah, Berlin home. Been around the European and World Championships for a number of years.
Yeah, it's definitely not a bad phone a friend to have.
Ja. Limma dit, den är bra också.
So, is it a tap back or is it a take out? I'm not too sure what the final call was here. I think this is just a tap back, maybe on the stone, yellow stone on the centre line. And we'll just trying to freeze one in another pocket. Sweden really starting to build up some red stones around the house now.
Yeah, creating some nice angles.
Hårt! Hårt, hårt, hårt! Tror det blev okej, men...
Well, not perfect.
No, I think you should be able to nose hit that and it might spray off the back.
Tell you,
Yellow.
you never fire it straight through the hole.
Yeah, nose hit would be really, really nice.
Nah. Straight through the hole is nice. Just normal, eh? Control.
Control.
So looking for this one just through the hole.
Yeah, absolutely. This is not an easy shot. I think this could be the key shot of the end for the Scots boys.
Even if they move the back yellow, if it's a little bit on the tight side. Hit and check on top of the red wouldn't be a bad call.
Whoa. No!
You certainly don't want to hit this half stone high.
Nothing!
And he's certainly throwing this one high.
Okay.
Not great. There's a double off that red, remember.
Yeah, I think that's definitely going to be something that Nicholas is interested now. Just a few stones to come in the end, and they'll want to start to bring that back red into play. I think Scotland would have really liked if that shooter had held on from John Penny to out-count the red on the back line. They weren't so lucky there.
But elsewhere, Rasmus Sternet trying to fire corner guard in against two. Driving it in, just misses the double.
Oh, and that was for the game as well.
So Italy pick up another one. They are now on 6 wins.
Yeah, and Denmark's woes continue, losing steals 9 and 10 to go down 8-7, and very much looks like Denmark might go down this year. Denmark and Latvia on 1 win. Latvia still out there at the moment here in draw 8. So the Swedish boys taking a look at the angles here to see if they can get this other Yellowstone moving. It's Per Lindholm, 3-time world champion and national coach for Sweden.
Yeah, one thing's for sure, this stone is not going to be hanging around.
No, I was just about to say that if any team can make this shot, it's the Swedish boys. Specialise in guided rockets. So for Sweden, this could be the shot difference between scoring 2 and scoring 3. 5.7 seconds between the hogs, incredible. Great shot there by Oscar. And behind the guard here, and I think Scotland may be forced to maybe even freeze.
Yeah, I think that's all they've got.
Yeah. Well, Dave took the words right out of my mouth. If they choose to hit the open one, and it looks like the safe decision, you lie second and third, you maybe only lose 2, but if you play the open side, then you're leaving the draw for Sweden to come around on top of their own stone, and then you're in real trouble to lose 3. So
he's freezing. No, I can't see it, John. I've got nothing.
Yeah, even if they're right on the face of this, in for second shot.
Well, another crucial stone for Dave Edwards. He's been pulling it out the fire a lot this week. Can he do it once more here?
Need to really go for line. Makes a nice shot.
Yeah, lovely stone there by Dave, and actually pushing it back at the tee line could be useful too. Well, I wonder if Nicholas might fancy this corner guard going in here. Potential raise double for to lie 4. Do you see many teams calling this shot, Kenny?
I think that's the only shot that's out there, really. As long as you don't catch it on the high side, anywhere on the inside. Even if you open it up, you're leaving yourself a double. Scotland would have the hit and roll off the outside one.
Yeah, well, brace yourselves and get your cameras ready for this one. Must be close.
And just misses it. I think we'll see Scotland just hit the open one.
Well, they could go for the freeze.
If you just hit on the nose, it's a draw, and you've got the extra end.
Freeze for the game.
You come up short, you leave a nose double. I think you've got to hang around with this though. There might be a hack weight around the guard.
Give me a hair more.
I think the other thing that we need to consider here is that the belief is that Dave will have an easier shot. There's not going to have a Swedish stone being returned in the extra end. Scottish boys have not done a good job of dictating this 10th end. 2 misses from McLeod. I think they'll be happy to get out of here. Only losing 2.
And just slips underneath.
Well, can they see any of this yellow now?
Yeah, needed to hang around with that. Always had to have that one on the nose.
Well, they can see a quarter. Chance for 3 here for Sweden.
Yep, this is certainly makeable.
Let's just take another look. Just going to look to come down the centre line side of that yellow guard. Hack weight, just chip the yellow out and count 3 with that stone in the back line. We saw a great escape yesterday from the Swedes playing against Norway, trailing by 4 shots to 2. Nicholas Dean, 68% on 10 hits. Difficulty level off the chart. So he won't be far away with this one.
Looks pretty nice though. And he's made it. What a great shot by skip Nicholas Edin. Scotland's chances of becoming European champions have fallen at the 8th draw. Sweden 11-10 winners. A great shot by Nicholas Edin, but you've got to say Scotland threw that one away.
Yeah, a great game though, 11-10. That's what we want to see. Some super curling and lots of shots scored, but yeah, I couldn't agree more, Kenny. Scotland had that one and they just let it slide through their fingers. And that will confirm Sweden as the #1 qualifier for the Page playoff on 8 wins and no losses. But those last 3 ends, if they could ever have those ends back.
Yeah, just a catalogue of errors, tactically and playing-wise. Maybe just showed a bit of naivety. That's their first European Championships.
Yeah, there really isn't too much room for error at this level.
Norway, Germany. 3rd end. And Thomas Ulsrud looking to hit the 8-foot.
Linja bra!
Sweepers backing off this one.
Come.
It pulled up in time.
Go. No stick.
Scored a 2 for a 3-1 lead.
Hæ?
4th end. Norway already setting 3. Alex Baumann trying to get a piece of the 4 on the out turn. That one just over curling. Nips the red into the 4 and steal of 3. 7th end. Norway setting 2. Alex Baumann looking for the double. Doesn't make it. And it was a steal of 1. And the game for Norway.
Good game. Cheers. Good game. Thank you. Thanks. Good game.
Just leave it. Leave the rod.
So elsewhere, Sweden 11-10 winners over Scotland. Switzerland 7-5 over Latvia. Czech Republic 6-4 over Russia, and Italians winning 8-7 over Denmark. Here's the standings. Sweden guaranteed the #1 spot, 8-0. Italy 6-2, they're guaranteed in the playoffs. Norway, Switzerland, they're nearly there, along with Russia.
Thomas, you won your first international gold medal in Champéry. Is it nice to be back?
Yeah, it's nice to be back. We had a rough start though, not up to our standards, but today was okay.
And how's the challenge looking for Norway to get another gold medal at the Europeans?
I think at least we're still in the run though. It's good to get a win against Germany now. Big loss to Sweden last night. That was a sore one, so it's good to bounce back with a win.
You've officially been named the oldest man in the event. How does it feel to be still teaching these young guys a lesson?
That's good. As long as I can keep on winning, I'll be around, you know. But it's getting tougher and tougher, so maybe a couple more years, we'll see.
Congratulations and good luck for the weekend.
So winning skip Thomas Ulsrud marches on, but the man to beat is Nicholas Edin. 8-0 for the week. So that's it from Logan Gray and myself, Ken Edwards, from Champéry, Switzerland. Norway winning 8-2 over Germany. But please join us again later for more action from the European Championships.